from lyrics.
Sweet. I like that. Now, I'm going to take you guys all the way back from when you were a little tiny baby growing up.
Alright.
Thinking all the way back, what was your first influence ever hearing music for the first time or singing music, and how did it make you feel?
My dad used to play Led Zeppelin covers when I was in the womb, to me, as a baby, in the womb. And later on, I just banged my head into the speakers while I was listening to Bark at the Moon. That's all I got. When I was younger, my parents would play Mozart, Beethoven, and Bach, and I loved it. I would always be like, I want to listen to that, and that's where my musical appreciation came from. And it's kind of ironic that I play in a rock band, and I love Beethoven and Bach, and I know how to play Beethoven on keyboard and stuff like that. My roots have always been rock, but I always knew from a little age that I was going to play guitar. I loved the electric guitar, had fascinated with it. Here I am. Well, when I was a wee little kid, if you can believe it, when I was a wee little boy, my dad used to party a shitload. And he would play hacky sack, and I'd pass out on his shoulders, and he'd always have Pantera playing, and at that time, that was all I knew. And to me, Pantera was like fresh pop. Yeah. And when I listened to Metallica back then, I thought it was flat pop, and I just hated it. That's how I can describe it. I just hated anything that wasn't Pantera.
Well, when I was growing up, my parents loved listening to AC/DC, and they loved the 80s music. My parents went to a ton of concerts that were like Motley Crue and Poison and Bon Jovi and a bunch of the 80s stuff. So I liked the 80s stuff when I was growing up, and I liked AC/DC a lot. My whole family's a huge AC/DC fan. So probably my biggest influence when I was a kid was probably AC/DC, and then just progressing to all the different genres of music. And now I'm just into every genre that you can think of, at least a little bit, from anywhere from pure death metal all the way down to classical, anything in between. It's all pretty good to me.
My dad also pretty much straight line Nirvana, Soundgarden, Chevelle, and all kinds of grunge shit right into my veins, so that's where my vocals and stuff come from. So.
And when you guys are performing on stage, what is something that you think your fans expect to see at the show?
Well, I think they expect to see, a good range of vocals and good guitar parts and activities. They want to see us up there busting ass, to perform a great show. I think that's what they expect of us, and I hope we give it to them. I think they expect us to play music.
I think they expect us to play so much that our fingers bleed. I was actually hoping for that tonight because I got a really bad blister on my finger. Really bad.
I got it.
I got one on my finger right there from playing bass. It's terrible. I thought it was going to start bleeding when I was playing tonight. I wish it would have.
He whacked his hand like 8 times.
Yeah, he kept dropping his freaking sticks.
No, it's because he kept beating his hand. Nothing happened to me.
I didn't know you were hitting yourself with the hand. I just knew you kept dropping your sticks.
And you guys are very high energy.
Yeah, I love getting into the music a lot when I'm playing. I think I showed that tonight pretty well. I think they showed it pretty good. I wasn't really watching Chris that much, but I was hoping that you got into it pretty good.
I just kind of chilled and rocked out.
Yeah, he's pretty much just sitting there. And so yeah, he kind of just sits there.
Well, we have an advantage. We built the stage. We built the big stage in our shop. Our manager built the stage. So every time we practice, we're performing. We're up there on a stage doing what we do out there, That way, so when we come into these situations, we can do it and not stand there and get nervous. We know how to rock out now, So I like it.
We put just a little bit of choreography in it too.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of choreography.
I can tell every band, build your stage and practice on that every time.
How did you guys actually get together as a group to do it?
Oh gosh. Well, as my recorded, and then I did the vocals for it. And I stayed in Kansas just for this band.
One thing I'd like to say about Dallas right here is, if he hadn't have came into the picture when I was just a wee little 8th grader, I have to say, if you wouldn't have came in, I would have never picked up my bass again. I learned bass when I was in band camp, but I wasn't supposed to learn bass. I was supposed to learn the fundamentals of music, but I decided to skip that and learn how to play bass. And I didn't really play much until he came along, and then we started kind of playing together, and then I just kept picking up my bass and kept playing, and I got a lot better. I think I've gotten pretty close to their level. I mean, I'm still not as good as they are, but I think I'm doing all right.
Anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah. I actually got a funny story about joining the band. These three unknowns have played together, and I just got done doing a music program in college. So I came back to Phillipsburg, and he was back in Texas, so I didn't get to play with him, but he kept on calling me, because we're cousins, and he's like, hey, you need to come down here and practice with us, see what we can do. And I always thought, like, these guys ain't gonna be any good. But I finally went down there, and these guys were awesome, and we all clicked like that. Like, me and him can improvise for hours, and it was awesome.
And most of our songs are just improvisations until we bring them together, and then everybody gets together and we just keep adding on and adding on and adding on, and then it finally turns into something, and we went down and recorded it.
The funny story about that is when I was in Texas, I saw a video of him playing a solo for a part of me, and I thought, I can beat him. No. Why is he there? Now I'm like, take the solo.
And this is your cue a little bit off the wall. This is going to take you to where we are now.
4 times. Wait, what?
Okay, if you were not playing music and performing, what is something that your fans may not know about you or would expect to see? You know, what do you do on your own time?
Oh my God!
Go ahead, that's what I do. We're all pretty darn poor. So he's not poor. I live in his basement.
Yeah.
But we pretty much work every day to pay for the stuff we break on stage. So
Especially me breaking the drums.
We all hang out a lot. Like, all of us are always, like, every night, one of us are together. So we're really a close band. We've only been together for 8 months.
I live with him, so I'm in this house.
Yeah. When I'm awake at 2 o'clock in the morning, he comes in, he starts talking to me in his boxers. And he starts showing me things I don't want to see.
Yeah, we're a really close band. We're only being together 8 months, we're really close. It's great.
I want to bring a positive twist on the reason why we do what we do at Ain't Much Entertainment Magazine, and that is because it doesn't matter what you do, you perform because you love the music, you're doing what you do because it's something you like, and you have your hopes and dreams of, doing something really good, and you have fans and friends that support you and family who love you, and stuff, and that's what it's all about, and everybody's got something that they have to do in their off time, a job or another career or something they got to do to pay their own bills. But somebody's always out to try and tarnish what you do, especially if you make it all the way to the top. They want to try and bring you down by, oh my God, they did this or they did that when they were younger. And what the whole point is, we do it because we want you to have the best positive publicity that there is. We want people to go do some research on the band, to go check out videos, go to the live shows, support the music that you're putting out there. Support local music. My heart goes out to you guys because I did get involved in music as a child, and I was a musician, and I know it takes a lot of devotion and dedication to accomplish what you're doing. So keep up the great work, and tell the fans what you want to know about them and stuff, and where they can find you, and let's get this going.
I want to start with, I'm a CNA, that means I work in a nursing home and I wipe butt, basically. I have to work from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't love playing music.
I cook food.
pretty much the same thing he does, and I'm pretty sure you are going to get fired. Hopefully not, but possibly. I really hope you don't, because you need to help me pay for things for the drums.
We'll give your boss a free CD.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
Where are some places people can find out more about you guys online? The internet's so huge. Pump it up, guys. Your time to shine here.
There you go. Here's the man.
I manage all of our internet sites and stuff like that. Reverb Nation. You just do reverbnation.com/Fistful of Angels, or you can just search it, and then on Pure Volume, search Fistful of Angels, MySpace, SoundCloud. We have our own site, fistfulofangels.com. It's not as, awesome looking and stuff like that, but it's got everything. It's got booking info, it's got media, it's got our songs, it's got our albums. We've got an album on iTunes and Amazon that we just got done doing, so.
This guy right here is our manager. This is our manager. Will Pat.
What up? He's the one who built our stage.
He built our stage. He keeps us in line.
He knows everything that we don't.
And me and him do a lot.
And that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I just sing and play guitar. He does everything else.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. They put on a great show. If you haven't caught their music or been able to get to a show, do so. Check out their album. Find out about them online. Most of all, support these guys.
Yeah!
Come
Come
on.
watch us!
We want to quit our day jobs.
I'm gonna quit my night job.
I would like to thank some people on account of the band and myself. I'd like to thank everybody that's here, that came out to the show. Anybody that came here, and anybody that helped us play, anybody that helped us get everything set up. I want to thank my girlfriend Tori for being here to support me. She's been at every show that I played, all three of them. And she's been there supporting, and every time that I'm not doing something with the band, I'm with her. I'd like to thank both my parents, anybody that's done the interviews, especially you guys. This is probably my favorite interview all night, honestly. Wrap it up! I don't know who else to thank, but just anybody who listens, basically.
Wait. I love you guys. I gotta go to work. I gotta get my